Not bad. I was just trying to look presentable for you all. It's a beard comb. 3234. I had to run home, or excuse me, yeah, 3242. I had to run home to watch one of my puking kids while my wife got her tooth fixed. So I will be back later in the day if you have any questions. But today we are finishing up our universal laws sheet. So our universal laws, remember, are, if I can click on it, look like this. The simplified UN laws are located right there. So type those things up. You list what the law would be generally called here, and then an explanation as to what your law would do and what it would include. It's important too to think about how we would, how we would show that. Like our First Amendment gets pretty crafty. We get freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of petition, and all wrapped into one, right? All wrapped into one amendment. And so figure out how maybe you could be a little bit crafty in that to be able to maybe throw some more stuff into just 10 laws, because I know it's kind of tough just to pick 10. Once you finish with that, submit it. You'll get 10 or 15 minutes to do it. If you don't finish, that will be your homework. I'm sorry, but it needs to be completed by the end of the day tomorrow. Next thing, we're going to introduce our global issues choices. All right, and you'll need to choose one topic. Make sure you scroll down, because you click here and that takes you to the module in which you have to submit your topic. But if you click on this right here, it's going to take you to all of the different things about global issues. So research. We're going to be researching a global issues topic. Once we get done researching that and getting all our facts and figuring out where our research takes us, that's the biggest key. Where's our research telling us? Then we're going to write a persuasive essay on why we think our global issue is the most important issue in the world. To think about what are some obstacles in good research, why can research lead to different conclusions. So we're going to give you a lot of resources for the topics that I'm listing here next. So it's going to be a 5-paragraph essay. I can probably make this bigger for you. 5-paragraph essay, intro, 3 body paragraphs, conclusion, and a works cited page. Pretty standard for. We'll get into all the details on that. Now, the key is you have to have a topic for our class tomorrow, or else you won't be able to do anything in class. So here's a quick rundown: water scarcity, world hunger, global warming / climate change, poverty, disease, wealth inequality, war and conflict, environmental damage, nuclear proliferation, gender or racial inequality, or artificial intelligence, pinpointed as AI. Right? Water scarcity. This is something that you may have to deal with in your lifetime. Projected water scarcity by 2025. Just look at all the yellow on there. The good news is most of our food is grown in the northern hemisphere, so everything above that line, we still have some farmland available there, but it will be something that we have to deal with as a grandpa, and then for me, and then as an adult for you. It'll be something that you'll have to consciously think about. World hunger's everywhere. You just have to prove it, and you have to prove why it's such a big deal. I mean, there is extreme amounts of hunger across this world, but there's even great examples of hunger in our own communities. So find statistics on everything. Compare the world to the U.S., to Iowa or Iowa City. There's statistics out there on that, and show us why it's an issue and what you can do about it. Undernourished population of the world. Just a quick glimpse here. A lot of things to look at. Climate change, increase in average Earth temperature due to natural causes. A great example is the North Arctic. Yeah, the Arctic Sea is a really good one to look at. So the North Arctic in 1984 versus 2012, we could look at ice-free summers by 2040. So that's crazy to think about. If the ice caps do melt at the rate they're continuing, just look at all of the land masses that will be gone. Poverty. Look at poverty, $26,000. If you make less than that, a family of 4, you're in poverty. About 14% of the U.S. population is in poverty. Poverty by county in the United States. You can see large impacts, large areas of that. Poverty population percentage of the world. Again, lots of red. Sub-Saharan Africa adversely hit again on something like this. Wealth inequality. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Ellison, Ortega, Zuckerberg, Buffett, Slim, and Bloomberg own about half of the world's wealth. It's not funny, but, wealth would be nice. So that's a good one to look at. It's tough to describe it, though, and argue it, so it's a little bit tougher concept. This is a video that you can watch to help explain that a little bit. United States, as far as wealth by country, we have the most wealth of any country in the world. We experience the coolest stuff of anybody in the world as far as products. You'd be hard-fetched to find a better place in the world to enjoy things. Do we have stuff to work on? Absolutely. Do we have freedoms and things that are trounced upon in certain areas? Sure. But as far as the things we have and the things that we can get, we're pretty well off. War and conflict, look at where wars happen. There's only 11 countries that aren't in an active conflict, which is weird because 193 of them are in a little group called the United Nations, which main goal is to have peace. Think about that one. The number of people displaced by war every year has gone up. So this is from 2014. Currently in 2021, there's over 70 million people that are displaced by war. Conflict overview of 2012. Not a lot's changed in a lot of these places. There's still hundreds of thousands of people displaced by conflict. Environmental damage. Look at trees. Look at places where trees outnumber people. Dark green, lighter green, lightest green. You can go by record there, and then where there's more people than trees. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Jordan, most of the Middle East there. Environmental damage, you can look at a lot of different stuff. Air pollution, plastics in the ocean, habitat loss, extinction, especially with like pollinators, for example. Deforestation are all good things to look at. Rapid rise in plastic production. Everything is made out of plastic these days. Everything. Even most of our cars, in fact. This isn't a dead whale. This is actually made from plastic waste to make it look like a whale and then placed on a beach, which I think is quite interesting, and it shows people how wasteful they are. So great job by that artist. Nuclear proliferation. This one's a tough topic too, but a very, very cool topic. So those of you who are good researchers, a little bit more advanced, you can do that. So that'll be good for all of us there. That's a sweet picture too, by the way. There's also nuclear weapon states, non-nuclear weapon states, NATO nuclear weapon sharing, suspected nuclear weapon places, Syria, Iran. The U.S. and Russia have the most because we're awesome. But yeah, there's an awesome site called NukeMap, which you can go to and drop a theoretical nuclear bomb in Corville and see where the blast would take it and how many people would be affected. Pretty cool. Racial and gender inequality, again, a little bit tougher, but a good one. Gender discrimination, again, a little bit tougher, but a good one. You can look at a lot of different factors there. And then artificial intelligence is a very new one, a little bit tougher. But we're going to have strong AIs in our lifetime. And how are we going to deal with it? We're going to have things that act and think like humans, but on a level that is like uncomprehendable. What could go wrong, right? Possible topics to choose from: water scarcity, hunger, climate change, poverty, wealth inequality, disease, war and conflict, environmental damage, nuclear proliferation, racial and gender inequality, artificial intelligence, or AI. Any with the ADV next to them are going to be a little bit harder topics, so just make sure that is in the back of your head. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and be around my email here while I'm outside of school, on my phone at least. And let me know if you have any questions, or stop by a little bit later in the day and I can answer anything with you. But try and pick one of these topics that you think you want to research for tomorrow. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to Canvas and you're going to click on this little here button. And it's going to take you outside the course and go to your assignment, My Global Issues topic. It says in the text box below, please tell Mr. Mead what topic you're choosing and why. Possible topics, again, I listed them. So pick one of those, tell me why you did it, and I'll give you an easy 5 points. All right? I think that's all I got. Make sure you email me if you have any questions, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. All right? 3242, thank you, and have a great day.